All right, this over here is Akasha's place. We're over at Founders. It's gloomy. It's kind of spooky, and we're presented with this kind of unique setup. Like, there's the house. I'm pretty sure that's the house, and then we have this big old Eye of Acaris that's mean mugging us right now. Because that's what happens sometimes, I suppose. Crazy setup though. Like there's a lot that's here. It feels very complete with the available budget that is working here. Now, I really like this plot because it feels really filled out, because it's surrounded very closely by like all sorts of different objects here. Like, I'm almost weirded out by how much stuff they have here. Like, they managed to fit all this here. It's kind of crazy. Because here we have like some greens. We have a little mini graveyard. A mini disturbed graveyard. Actually, I should point out. Here's the house itself, which is like pretty well dressed up with with greens, along with trellis and everything. And then it's like right back here is where you hit the barrier, or where you hit the lot limit. And then you have like those gravestones there, which is not theirs. But then over here on this side, you have enough space for like wagons and of course the Eye of Acaris, which is acting as a hat for this gazebo. So it's kind of a neat depiction. And the lighting helps to kind of make it make sense, even though it definitely doesn't make sense. But it's neat. And then right up here, we have a gently used guillotine. Is that the bottom? Is that the top of someone's head? I don't know. Could be. But yeah, the way this sets itself up is like really good. Again, like the lighting helps to obscure like anything that might look off at all. And with the lighting change, it helps to let everything match, because you're looking at it through like the lens of whatever the lighting is. Yeah, really neat. Let's go on inside though and see what's good. Ooh, nice door. A mirror door, actually. Trellis, mirror, and all that. So as soon as we walk in, we need to jump. It's kind of one of those things where you have an immediate platform. And so you have this feel of, okay, we walk in through this glass door-ish. We can lay some stuff down, throw it on equipment, take off our shoes and whatnot, and then we climb down a little bit. Boom, boom. And then now we enter the first main hallway. Step to the right, step to the left, shroud up ahead. We're going to start going off to the left, but before that, like, notice the spider webs and all that. Yeah, so again, we're going to lean hard, I think, on this on this creepy look. Yeah. I have an alt transmog to look like a vampire, and sometimes I like to break into this house and log out in their bed. Damn. All right. So, we're walking in to this first hall, and things I immediately notice is the slanted roof here. Oh, and it's transparent up there too. Oh, that's a cool touch. Nice. But yeah, we're going through this kind of like thin hallway of sorts, but then we have this depiction of the outside, a flowing river that actually flows downward towards us. So I don't know if this is maybe a perspective shot, but it just looks really nice. I love how I love the shaping of this. The perspective is great. I mean, it does feel like it's flowing towards us, but this tells me, yeah, we're going outside. That's neat. Very unique too. Check out how this window is set up. It's just a whole bunch of fence posts. So this is a vertical one, that's a vertical one, both of these are vertical, and then these are pointing to the side. But they're mushed together in such a way that you can't see the big old spike that comes out of one of them. Yeah, really neat though. Really neat. At the bottom there, it's trimmed by that bar shelf right over there. And the top is dressed with a pillar. Interesting. Interesting. And on the other end here is just the place to sit to enjoy the view. Boom. Cool shots. Very, very cool shot. I'm very wowed by what's going on here too, though. You know, they have like this kind of like open, oh gosh, kind of a, not light box. Well, basically it lets light in, which I think is really neat. Yeah, that's cool. But let's go this way. Skylight. Yeah, I don't know where my words are. Maybe it's late in the day. And back here we have storage. It's okay, it's a lot of storage. Things are like kind of piling up a little high. We have a little troll effigy right over there, plus food down there. Yeah, I think that's food that's down there. But yeah, these coffins are piling mighty high. That's kind of freaky. I mean, no one's been back here in a while, given all the spider webs, but still a little suspicious, right? Okay, as if the flying books weren't enough. So I think we'll pan back over. We'll head over to the other side. Now again, you know, heavy on the spider webs. So it's hard to tell. It's like, okay, has this place been abandoned, or do they just like having spider webs around? Perhaps they do. Perhaps they're like, all right, dude, I'm gonna make some coffee, boom, boom, make some, you know, grind up stuff, pop, start everything up, and then on the side we set up ingredients in our cup. We grab some spider webs, and then like sprinkle it into the. I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. But at least they drink coffee. So the people who live here, they can't be all that bad. Nope. So on this side, I gotta look through this one. Oh, dude. That looks sick. Check out the shot. Oh. Okay, this one I like a lot. This one's good. This one's really good. I love how the lighting dances with the rest. It has the it almost looks like all the plants are just kind of like gravitating towards that sun like light structure there. So let me kind of back up a little bit. I'm gonna say that that's not the shot. That's not the shot. I think this is the shot. Boom. Yeah, I love how the light reflects off all these greens. Yeah, it's pretty. It's very, very pretty. I could just sit, forget the book. I don't need the book. Just give me the coffee and I'll just like, you know? Very pleasant, very warm. Now, as for why the other spot is like not as warm and bright and festive, it's magic, whatever. It's all good. Let's check out the kit. Oh, dude, yo. This fridge is got problems. Jeez. It's like all the tomatoes inside the fridge, they just exploded. And now they're dripping, now the fridge is ruined. Oh no, it sucks. It's like they were trying to do some sort of Breaking Bad stuff, and like things just did not work out when they tried to dissolve stuff inside the fridge, and it's all spilling out, and then now they're just trying to clean it up, and it's like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just run everything down the drain. Duh. That'll do it. Now, as for the fridge itself, very cute, because they took the beams, they took multiple beams, and they used these beams as like door covers. You know, we've seen different depictions, and I'm liking this style. I'm seeing it more and more often. So I like the way that it looks there. Up top here, we have like big shelves, very unique shelves too. I think these are like, they're sitting different. Yes, but these are like Surmar shelves. They're just like positioned a little bit differently, you know, to keep the texture and all that. But then you have like these door setups, very cute. Okay, I probably shouldn't have clicked on them, but it's okay. Just don't do that next time. Stove setup, sink is all good, even though there's no blood in there. Yeah, just good luck trying to clean all that up, dude. Yeah, it's one of the market benches, the Stormar market bench. It's just kind of like positioned in a way that I'm not super familiar with, so it's cool though. Very cool. Dry pantry on the side, and then let's just pass by that cool setup again one more time. So good, so good. Yeah. Otherwise, you have a pleasant little eating space for folks if they visit. If they visit. I mean, will they ever come back though? All right, so we go through the shroud, and then all of a sudden, we kind of like shift a bit. So, spooky spot, boom. So we've traveled somewhere else entirely. Big vertical spot, which I think I can climb. Yeah, I think I'm meant to climb. So we'll see what's going on up there. It'll be fun. Not that they'll ever come back. More than they'll leave. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's something to look at through here. Let's see what's here first. If I can. The cacti. They're trying to deny me access. No. There we go. All right. So back here, a little bit of a hidey hole. Away from whoever they're trying to hide from, but otherwise it's a place to chill, relax, take a sort of dip. Now this happens to be a stairwell room, and I don't think I can I go behind here some more? No. All right, that's fine, but I can, I think, climb up this room. So let's try that. So boop. Now, what are we climbing towards, though? I wonder. So we're going up at most one level, but through here is back to spooky stuff. Okay, so this room exists for something. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's a sand garden. Hey, let's go with that. Sand garden setup, which is oddly cleaner than everything else. Because if we come back here, and it feels like we're either in like a stairwell room or a, just a place with a low roof. But notice how things like really tighten up. And it helps a lot when you lower the roof. It gives you much less room that you need to feel like you got to fill out with stuff to make it feel like the room is, full. Just use walls. I'm sorry, just use platforms to do that instead. It's an easy excuse. Oh. Okay, so this happens to be the boss's room. With this, look at this. It's so big and spacious, but still cozy. You have no danger of falling off. See, this is where someone elderly happens to sleep. Not because it's a coffin, but because they just want to avoid people from falling off the bed, because that would cause a terrible accident. So this is all safety. This is all for the purpose of safety. It's really cool dress, though. Like the coffin beds are neat. Oh, I just noticed if you can walk right into it. See, I'm gonna say this is like it's an old vampire. Old vampire, like, I can't just like hop in. I can't hop in and out like I used to. I need like a little bit of assistance and all that, Yeah, really neat. And all it takes up like just a tiny bit of room space. And over here, we have a door that I can't help but stare at. And this happens to be a bathroom. But first, let's admire like the rest of this room first. We have a place to sit. We have the one living creature that's been here. So perhaps that is like, well, maybe not the boss of the house. There's a whole coffin bed thing over there, but I'd say a faithful companion. As the boss, I can like chill, relax. I can have a drink of, I don't know if I want to drink that, but you know, it can't be too unsafe. I mean, they're flowers, there is life around this house. You know, so how creepy can it be? Now, this is a really cool depiction. Never mind the coffin that's there. But this right here is another cool shot. We're seeing a lot of these in this particular house. Really cool setups for outdoor depictions. And just like the like between this one and the one with the sun, these like rank up like really high. You know, I love how it has this feel of elevation. We don't have really much of a horizon to look at. It's like it's kind of like a moonless night, which allows all the planets and stars to like show up. Very cool. Very, very cool. You know, it's being dressed with these elven tables at the top and bottom. You actually have another elven table that's there to create, you know, a sort of like a, let me show you, like this sort of like additional barrier over there, like kind of an extra lip, I guess. Looks really cool. I mean, that helps a lot. You know, oftentimes we'll see something like a straight, flat object depict that. This is a really unique take on it, and the shaping looks, you know, it turns out great. Yeah. Now, right through here, let's go into what looked like the bathroom. And so here we are. And okay, this is a really cool climb in. Ooh, this is very, very decadent. So we do this kind of climb up all of these different elven shelves. And notice here that instead of trying to make it perfectly round, they just added some greens to even out the shape. And you know, it works out great. You dip in and then you're dead, because you're probably going to actually be cooked in here. Yeah, sorry. But really cool though, because they took the hot tub and they skinned the whole damn thing. It's not in there. All you have is really like the water texture, and like that's it. You got like a dark. You got rocks otherwise that are surrounding here. Can't really see the bottom. It's probably like rugs that are there to skin that, and otherwise you have like this really cool presentation. Very neat. Is there anything behind the curtain? Let's find out. No. Nothing behind the curtain. So it's just this very nice dress that's back here. That's cool. That's really good. Yeah, theming here really strong. And then back here we have our double vanity where we wash our stuff with blood. Actually, no, that almost feels like a velvet, like a velvet sink bottom, which is kind of weird because, well, I guess it's there to hide the actual blood stains, which is actually pretty smart. I never noticed this though. I didn't know that these particular candles could be skinned, or I'm sorry, can be dyed like this to make this sort of effect. I haven't seen it, so I find that pretty cool. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. So we wash up with blood, wipe ourselves off, and we're good to go, right? Yeah, absolutely. And then I think there's like nothing back here, right? Yeah, I think we're good. And then this right here happens to be, I ain't gonna touch that. No one's touched that thing forever. I don't know how dirty that thing is. I'm just gonna take their word for it and be like, yep, that's a toilet. That is a toilet. See, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of odd having like this sort of contrasting thing of, ooh, this place is, you know, in some cases it's bursting with life. Look at all the greens. It's very, very pretty. There's spider webs all over the place. So if anything, perhaps Nerubians live here. Maybe we should go with that idea. Nerubian, and in this case, Nerubians, they just kind of like, oh god, that must be something, right? They're just kind of like swinging their giant booties around, like, and then just webs are just flying all over the place, which is kind of gross. Now you think about it like that, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they just like the feel of webs. Ooh, of webs being all over the place. All right, so now I think we're going to be doing this climb up. So we climb this really, really tight climb here. Ooh, that spiral looks very, very attractive. Oh, that looks neat. The way that ends up shaping out. That's really good. So we get to the top and notice the double mean mug of the eyes of Icarus staring at us. But what's through the shroud? We have tortury stuff. It had to happen somewhere. So, despite the spider webs and all that stuff, I'm going to say that this is a pretty active place. We're in business. We're working. We're busy. Look at this. It's very industrial. They got 3 of these racks, right? 3 of these racks are going. People being processed quickly here. No one escapes. Eyes of Icarus are like on both sides there. And we have, okay, now we have evidence of activity. Once again, people be ground up, chopped up, bloodletted, sawed and processed, and damn, they're mulched. Oh boy. So they just come out as goo at the end of this process. Sheesh. And what are they planning? A banquet for Gilneas. We're going to prep grand feasts, buddies. Lots of hamburger meat is in their future. Good for them. Let's see the depictions of experiments, Dark Lady stuff happening, and Death Knight stuff right there too. And this is where I think this is where we walk through, right? Yes. So now we're going through this spot here. Is this the Prey Guy's house? Oh, that's a good one. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for someone to make like a full-on shrine that's dedicated to Astalor. Okay, so right here, oh, this is a good cage. Oh, this one's good. So these are all just like fences and everything, but and this one is like purposely just kind of like gives the impression of it being left open, but no, it's a really good depiction. Yeah, I like this. It's visible enough. And then we got our other toilet right on. And what else is going on? Oh boy. Here's like the storage room with a bunch. Okay, no, it's more like the crypt. Bunch of coffins. Someone here, I think there's like a recent resident has shown up. Okay. Because we're going through it, and then when we get to the end, we have, oh no, dead Arakoa. So that's their latest guest in this hotel of death. I've been trying to figure out how to get the darkened walls there. Which darkened walls are you referring to? Maybe I can talk that up or help out a little bit with that. Now, is there anything else here? I think they did point out some secret stuff. So, secret bookshelf in the living area, an extra room behind the red plant. Hidden rooms are the one through the red flowers. Behind bookshelf in living room and small. Oh wait, okay. There's multiple secrets. I don't know if I hit it all, actually. Okay, so behind bookshelf in the living room. Is this a thing? Oop, nope. All right, we're gonna look around for stuff. That's not a bookshelf. That's not a bookshelf. That's a different thing. Boop. Nope, that's not a thing either. Okay, there's a secret bookshelf in the living area. So let's find that. I think. Okay, I don't know what is the quote living area. Okay, so there was, okay, so there's this shelf here. these two things had a coffins and stuff. So I got that one. Extra room behind red plant. A red plant. All right, let's find us a red plant. Not those. Those are little flowery things. I mean, I might have hit it and not realized it. Oh, nope. There's another one. Haha. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So the exploration continues. So now we enter the art room. Okay. You know, for all that we've seen, I didn't expect an art room. What I would expect, though, is a lot of red paint. I'm waiting to see shelves full of red paint, perhaps. Cool outside depiction there. Oh, very simple outside depiction, actually. Yeah, because we just have like the one flag, and I think there might be other objects there. Yeah, so we have a couple of small objects there. One flag though, and then the roots. So give that distance of like something far out there. That's cool. All right, so through this secret shelf is, ooh. Okay, now this got pretty all of a sudden. This is very, very darling. So we have a bunch of ivies. We have a lot of these Dranithus crystal chandelier looking things. Drakthir crystals all over. Green floors. I'm sorry, green rugs, and then the Beauty and the Beast stuff. Actually, it's double sealed. Yeah, double sealed Beauty and the Beast stuff, surrounded by a Nightborn prison, and then enhanced a bit with the ethereal effect. That's cool. Now in this case, that thing's never gonna wilt. Yeah, it's being enhanced way too much with all the different magics and everything. Cool. So we're gonna backtrack. Actually, let me see if there's anything that I missed here. Yeah, it's like all these little depictions, again, like lived in this, but not really. You know, lots of collections that are set up. Lots of evidence that no one has been here in a while, too. Or they're just very careful. You know, it's like, do I love spider webs? I just try to avoid them. I like let them sit. So now we're going to go through this portal, which is kind of interesting here because we have this climb, curiously enough. Why are we climbing into this dark portal? Let's find out. Because there's a door. Oh, wait, so now we're climbing down all of a sudden. And into the outside. So we're going right through this gazebo here. There's a heck of a climb ahead of us too. But now, oh boy. So now that we're outside, we have this simple dressing that'll lead us back inside the house. This graveyard setup. Oh boy, things are, you know, the living dead is definitely coming out, or we're farming. It's like, oh, we need supplies. Let's dig up some dudes, or the prisoners are escaping. Could be one or more of those. Yeah, because I don't know if they're hauling coffins in or out of this graveyard. Nice depiction though. Now back here, someone like me can like just kind of sit, sleep there. Otherwise, we're just kind of, I guess this is where the groundskeeper, this is where they live. They eat berries. They tend to the bodies. They transport them as they need to, something like that. Oh, how depressing is that? But then they do wash their clothes in there with the fish. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. All right, let's do this climb. There's like this upper level in the skybox room. So many crazy skybox rooms that I've been seeing today. Let's see how this one goes. Okay, so we climb up the stairs, but we continue with ramps. We ain't done yet. We get to the top, under the void trellis, and then we have a view of the stars. Oh, and we just straight up sleep here too. Okay, so this is where the groundskeeper really sleeps. They're just chilling, staring at the moon, super bright. Oh, that's blinding. And there we have it.